pointed out before, I could go to your good buddy, old Sugar Ray Abbott over there, and tell him all about all this stuff, you know what I mean? Then no matter what anybody happened to say about our Miss X, now maybe I'll tell him the information, huh?
Don't you threaten me. I do not react well to threats.
I was just pointing out some possibilities.
Well, before you get tempted to play both ends against the middle, there are a few things you should know. I know I am aware of a few things in your past.
Like what?
You were in prison once. Or maybe it was more than once. Was it?
How did you find that out?
I think I'd make a good private detective, Marco. Richard, 1 o'clock is the absolute deadline.
All right, don't interrupt. Where was I?
You were talking about your mother and how she was with those people over that place in France.
Oh, yeah. See, my mother does anything she pleases. So she told our host and hostess that if they didn't like the idea of her skinny dipping in their pool, that she'd pack up and leave, and that's what she did. She's a funny one, man. The next summer, they asked her back.
She went?
Yeah. My mother honestly does not care what anyone thinks of her.
Must be nice to be that way.
Mm-hmm. You've got a strong streak of independence in you, Becky. You're shy when you're meeting people.
I didn't used to be that way.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
I used to trust people. You know, like when you're a little kid and nobody's ever done anything bad to you.
Then you grew up, found out there are a lot of mean and evil people in the world.
Richard, you shouldn't kid about that. There are people that are like that. You wouldn't believe.
Well, aside from that yo-yo Clint Buckley who chased you around the couch a couple of times, what terrible things have happened to you that make you such a cynic?
It's 1 o'clock.
Weren't you about to tell me something?
You don't have to take me home. I'll get the bus.
All right. I'll take you home. How come every time we get to the point where you're going to tell me something about yourself? I'll get your coat. You know, I was really fascinated by the music, the folk music of the natives on the Amazon interior. I mean, it's just not like anything that I had heard before. Well, I made tape recordings, if you'd like to listen to them ever.
Oh, I'd love to, Peter. You know, Peter, Melinda has to deal with music all night long, so maybe she'd like to talk about something else during her break. No, I find it fascinating. Go on, Peter.
Well, the musical instruments are very primitive. Imagine taking a piece of bamboo and cutting holes in it and, hollowing it through. And it's the sound it makes is like a recorder, and then there are drums. The songs are what is so fabulous. Well, like I said, you can hear them sometime if you'd like to.
Well, like I said, I'd love to.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
The interesting thing is that they use music to mark the major events of their lives, just like we do. I mean, it doesn't sound like Bob Dylan, but they'll use a song about love and about births and marriage.
Oh, you mean when the drums go up the river, the Amazon Indian girl turns to her lover and says, "Listen, darling, they're playing our song." Well, I really hate to break this up, but how long is your break? 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Let's see. My Lord, you've been here over 20. Oh, well, I better go. Well, thanks for the drink, Peter. I'll see you later. Well, now you know what I mean.
What?
She's completely irrational. I mean, just now, she lost track of all time.
Dorian, she was just enjoying herself.
But that's no excuse to forget your obligations. I just wish that she would accept help.
I think that you are making something out of nothing.
Peter, listen to me. I know what you're going to say. But what you fail to understand is I know my sister. Remember when I said that she has to be convincingly rational at all times? That's part of her pathology? Well, you just saw an example of that right now. I mean, the way she hung on every word that you said, like she was some kind of a high school girl who was dancing with the football player. Peter, she belongs in therapy. I've got to get her there, and I hope that it can help her. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm really sorry. My Lord, why do I always... I seem to burden you with all of this. Melinda's not your problem. She's my problem.
Not too much. I'm just going back to bed.
I'll stay here. I'll keep you company. Anything I can do?
No, thanks.
Oh, Sam told me to tell you that she did what you asked her to do about those accounts receivable.
Yeah, I know. I saw. But it's not going to help much.
Why? She said that February was a good month.
February only looks good by comparison to January, because January was an unmitigated disaster. Dorian's never going to sit still for this.
It's a plus figure, isn't it? I mean, you made money in February.
Yeah, only by doing a little bit of borderline bookkeeping.
Oh, well, I should think that Dorian would give you some credit for turning the club around.
Yeah, let's hope so. What we really ought to do, though, is cultivate Dorian. You especially.
Me?
Yeah, well, because if I do it, she'll just put it down to apple polishing.
I've always been nice to her.
Well, do more. I don't know, why don't you invite her over for lunch sometime? And, invite some of the young people at the hospital that she might not have met. She loves that sort of thing. People treating her like the lady of the manor and all.
I don't think I could pull that off. Isn't it a little obvious?
No, not at all. She's used to that. I mean, she does all that wheeling and dealing herself.
I think we're going to take all that time and money and devote it to the club, so it'll show up right there where it counts.
Jenny, the only thing that counts at the moment is how Dorian is feeling about me. Is she feeling kindly disposed or not? Believe me, I know.
Okay. I'll do what I can do.
Thanks. I'll be in just a few minutes, okay?
All right.
Anywhere in the morning. How about you?
Not especially.
Well, good then. Why don't we go somewhere where we could dance? I'll bet you're a fantastic dancer, Sam.
Oh, semi-fantastic is all.
Oh, come on. I can see you out there on the floor already. The way you move, your figure. See, have you ever been to the Libertine?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that the place across the river?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think I have been there before. I think I remember the girls dancing behind the bar on the runway.
Yes, that's the place. That sort of thing doesn't bother you, does it?
No. I mean, come on, why should it?
Good, that's right on. Well, what are we waiting for? Finish our drinks, I'll settle the check, and we'll go. Charley, yes, damages? I'll get them with you. Thank you. Would you like a nightcap? I can drive you home later.
I'd love one, thanks. I can get a cab back to my place, Tony.
Oh, no, ma'am. Here it is. On the quality, the second hasn't gone far yet. Charley, we'd like 2 glasses of Napoleonic brandy, please. Sure.
But like...
You still here, Sam?
What? Oh, Tony. Yeah, well, the place is open. I'm still here. Oh, Tony, excuse me. I don't think you met. This is Jennings Brown. This is Tony, like the owner of the place.
Pleasure. Brown? Lola Daniels.
Hello?
Sam, excuse me. I think I'll go make a telephone call and reserve a table at the Libertine.
All right.
Sam, a word of advice. Watch out.
I should watch my step?
Sam, that guy is just like Talbot Hudson.
Oh, gee, I didn't know you knew him, Tony.
I know the type.
And with you, everyone fits into a stereotyped category, is that right? Let's see, where does little Sammy fit in? The helpless little girl who can't even cross the street without big brother Tony helping her across. By the way, where's your Eagle Scout badge? Ooh, Tony, this brandy is fantastic. I hope you bought a lot of it. Lola, are you a real connoisseur?
Actually, she's a lawyer.
Oh, before that, a rail splitter.
Clever. Very clever. Her father happens to own a vineyard, and she knows an awful lot about wines.
That's very impressive. Isn't it, Charley?
Sam, look, I'm going to be taking Lola home, and I want you to come with us.
No, thank you. I'm very well taken care of tonight. Right, Jennings?
Can I see you at work tomorrow?
Sure.
Hey, work. That's something we haven't discussed. But do you want to keep on working after we're married?
Of course I do.
Oh, good. Then we can bank your salary and live off my salary, and then maybe in a couple of years we can put a down payment on a house, huh? Does that sound good?
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Hey, you got a lunch date tomorrow?
Richard, you know I don't ever have lunch dates.
Well, I think you and I should go down to City Hall tomorrow and make out our applications for the marriage license.
This soon?
Yeah. I think we might as well get it out of the way right now, Becky. Because the sooner the better. And besides, the closer we get to the wedding day, the busier we're going to be. Hey, you're tired, huh? You're falling asleep on your feet. You go to bed. I'm going home. Good night, huh?
Oh, Richard.
Who is that for, huh?
I love you so much. Oh, come on. You better get out of here.
Okay. Night.
Bye.
Not fair.
willing Laura.
Hello, David.
General Hospital next. Right after One Life to Live.
You know, I don't know why, but those airplane meals never seem to fill me up. And do you ever notice how the silverware is always cold? I think they keep it on the wing.
Where you been, Marco?
Didn't I tell you? Business trip.
Where?
Oh, Knoxville, Nashville, Chattanooga, Point South. You ever been to Knoxville, Beck?
Once or twice.
Thought so.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, since you grew up in those parts and all. I didn't see any of your relatives down there.
Well, I don't have any kin down Knoxville anymore.
Is that right?
I mean, all my folks are on the Carolina side of the mountain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Of course, House is a pretty common name down in those parts.
Yeah, well, all those English names are. I mean, people are real isolated down there, and they intermarry a lot. Did I ever tell you about the Mullins family?
No, I don't believe you did, Becky.
Well, there were two families. They didn't speak to each other in over 100 years. When we talked about them, we talked about them, Upper Creek Mullinses and Lower Creek Mullinses. Upper Creek was Union, Lower Creek was Secesh.
Fish?
Yeah, some war between the states.
Where was that?
Western part of the county. Well, anyway, all the Mullins was farmers. Well, I don't know what farming was done down there. I mean, there's a lot of moonshine. I mean, everybody knew old Chester Mullins. That's how he made his living. Hey, show you my ring?
No. See. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. It's big, too.
Too big? I mean, do you think it's, what's that word?
Ostentatious? No. It's just perfect. You know something, Becky? But Richard's a really lucky fella.
Yeah. I wish...
What?
Nothing. Look, Marco, I'm real tired. I think I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.
Night.
Well, we're on our way. Good night, dear. Take care.
Maybe I'll stop by for a nightcap later.
But Peter, you have to get up so early for work in the morning.
Now, Dorian, that's enough. Shall we go? Anyway, they told me they couldn't give us a table until 1 o'clock. So I suggest we have one for the road and then slowly drive over.
Jennings, I think that's going to make it awfully late. You know, I mean, if we don't even get there until 1 o'clock.
We don't have to stay all night. We'll dance a little and then
Well,
stop by my place for nightcap.
no. No, thank you anyway, but I think I would like to get home.
Sure. All right, then I'll drive you. Finish up the last few drinks and I'll get our coats.
Thank you.
You leaving, Mr. Brown?
Well, yes, I'm going to drive the young lady home. I may be back.
Do you know her very well?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't know her very well.
But of course you know that she's 18.
Well, you better be kidding.
Don't believe me? Ask her.
Oh, no, I take your word for it, but I mean...
I'm ready, are you?
Sorry, Mr. Brown. I'll make sure she gets home.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Sam?
Good night.
Sam, my car's in the driveway. I can take you home.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, so don't tell me, I know. You told him how old I was. You had no right to do that, Tony.
Sam!
Right off.
What is the matter with me? First time in my life. I thought that kind of thing could never happen to me.
there getting angry with yourself.
Well, shouldn't I be?
No. Look, I practically forced you. You had a lot of things on your mind.
It's no excuse.
Brad, you do not need an excuse. You don't have to prove anything to me. I love you, and you love me, and we both know that. Brad, I love you so much, and I want your baby so much. It's always tomorrow, isn't there?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Do that. I think about going back to that clinic day after day and spending time with Larry and being close to him, but not being able to share that closeness the way we used to, or cutting him out of my life entirely. I don't think I could stand that either. Will, please tell me what to do. Ah, Sam, oh boy, am I glad you're here early. Today is the day we have to get this tax statement out to the accountant. I promised him I'd have it done. Is Tony up yet? 9:30, I guess he is. He hasn't come downstairs? No. He's up but not down. Why, you want to hit him up for a raise? I don't think tax day is the right day. I have to talk to him, that's all. We are?
Don't you have to be at work?
No hurry.
Besides, your husband's wounded ego needs nursing. Is that it?
Look, Brad, I don't know what to say, except that if you feel some kind of inadequacy, that it's just in your mind.
Well, they say it almost always is just in the mind.
Brad, you know what I mean.
So? Look, if it's so damn important, Jenny, what are you making such a big deal out of it for, huh?
I'm not. I'm just trying to reassure you.
All right, I'm reassuring you. You go to work.
I get off work at 4 today, so I thought maybe if you don't have too much to do, tonight, maybe we could go to a movie or to dinner or something like that.
Yeah, fine. Jenny. Sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't have snapped at you.
It's all right.
No, I'm sorry. You're right, it is just a temporary thing. It happens to everybody. You weren't going to work right now. Sure, you were temporary.
Well, hold the thought.
Two.
I love you.
No, I love you. See you later. Kathy, you know I can't tell you what to do.
Oh, I know. I guess I keep hoping I can trap you into an unwary answer.
Well, let's get to the immediate problem. Your work at the clinic. How many hours a week you put in there?
Oh, 4 or 5 hours a day, 4 days a week, sometimes more.
About a time? What would you do with that part of your life if you left there?
I guess that's what scares me. I'm not sure.
Put more time into your writing?
Oh, well, I doubt it. That's something else that's puzzling me right now. I don't seem to have any motivation as a writer. It's not exactly something a writer can do without. I mean, you can't wait for inspiration. You've got to sit in front of your typewriter, put a piece of paper in the machine, and get started.
Yes, I know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just that I don't have anything to say at the moment. Oh, I do an occasional magazine article like the one I'm working on for Paul Kendall, but It's journalism. It's not creative writing. It's something I can practically do in my spare time.
Okay, you're very good with people. But what about volunteer work right here at the hospital? I mean, that way you could do pretty much the same thing you're doing at the clinic, and you wouldn't have the tension of the situation with Larry and Karen.
Well, I'd be running away, don't you think? Oh, what's the matter?
Kathy, why do you feel the constant need to test yourself?
Well, that's a good question.
What's the answer? Is there something else, maybe?
Maybe I just don't want to cut myself out of Larry's life. I mean, being with him at the clinic, at least we're there together, even though there are those tensions. I guess what I'm saying, Will, is that I don't want to cut Larry out of my life. At least not yet. Hey, wait a minute. You can't go barging up there like that. Why not? The guy up there or what? Well, come on, Wanda, don't be so shocked. I mean, just last night, lovely Lola Daniels just spent the whole evening with him. And just how do you know that? Because I happened to be down here when they were up there. Oh, yeah, but look, honey, the whole evening does not necessarily stretch into the whole night. Well, I know. I mean, they made it perfectly proper, Wanda. I mean, they came down here together, and Tony said he was taking her home. Well, she could have very easily come back up here last night. Come on. Well, get over there, sit down. We got to talk this out. Sit. All right. Now, you want some coffee? No, I don't want any coffee. It's not required. All right. Listen, honey, you know that Tony has been having a lot of trouble in his life lately. Wanda, of all people, you don't have to tell me that. I know. I mean, I don't think he's been sleeping well either. You should see how he looks when he comes down in the morning. Yeah, I wonder what... Point is, madam, now you listen to me. I have news for you. If there is a lady up there with Tony, it is nobody's business but theirs, okay? Yeah, well, you just should have seen her. Pretty, huh? She's a lawyer. Brainy, too. Oh, yeah, an expert on wine. You know, Tony had her over at the bar, taste testing his newest brandy. Well, it was disgusting. Why? Well, just never mind. I guess you just had to be there. Tim, honey, did you come here to work or to fight? All right, Wanda, let's look at the tax stuff. Great. After all, he's got to come down here sometime. When he does, I'll be ready for him.
If anybody wants me, they can get me at this number for about a half hour or so. All right, Sarge. Yeah, I'll check in with you later. Goodbye.
Nice being on your own like that, huh? Well, before you made detective, you never could have done that.
Yeah, I didn't know how well off I was.
The responsibility getting you down?
Responsibility? Are you kidding me with the dumb nickel and dime details that they put you on?
I didn't think anything was nickel and dime and homicide.
Yeah, well, when they're slow, they assign you to other places.
I thought you liked all phases of police work.
Well, some police work isn't police work. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I mean, you should see the stuff that they make us do.
Like what?
Look, I don't want to talk about it, all right? This is very good.
Would you believe Karen made it?
Yeah?
Yeah, she showed up at our back door first thing this morning. Said she made it for Larry, and it was too much for the two of them to eat.
That's very good. See, that shows you she's trying.
Vinny, I don't want to sound cynical, but it's going to take more than French pastry to put that marriage back together.
Yeah, but she's got to start someplace, right? If it's for me, you tell her my left, all right?
Hello? Yes, this is she. Don't you get along with the other guys in homicide?
Yeah, I get along with the guys.
Then what?
I don't want to talk about it.
Gee, I sort of had the idea you did. I thought maybe that's why you stopped over. And, Vinny, what you said when the phone rang, that's so unlike you.
Maybe I shouldn't have been a cop in the first place.
Ah, Vinny.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone into some other job that I'm more cut out for.
Like what?
Like, I don't know. I was thinking of going over to the college and taking one of them, what do you call it, those altitude tests?
Aptitude prostitute, and you know it.
All right, yeah, I just want to find out that, maybe there's another type of job that I could get.
Well, if you feel that strongly about it, maybe that's what you should do.
You're going to feel stupid.
Why?
Well, because I'd have to go in there and sit in a room and take the test with high school dropouts and college rejects and weirdos. Look, a man my age, I should know, exactly what I'm supposed to do. And look, I was so sure.
Hello. Yes, he's right here. It's Sergeant Feeney.
Yeah, I know. Oh. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yes, right away. Goodbye. I gotta go.
Where?
To the same place that I've been going every day for 2 weeks. To the same place where if they send me there one more day... Thanks for the pastry and the coffee. I'll see you.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're right. It's just that,